Так, это у нас FNAF. FNAF. Help Wanted. Надеюсь, скорее всего, помощь только мне нужна будет. Конфетку будешь? Не будешь. Конфетку будешь? А вот тебе, блядь. Ну, блядь, их я уже прошел. Ну, блядь, ну. Вот и вот. О, рука одна очнулась. Вторая рука тоже очнулась. Все, нахуй. Поехали. О,
Welcome back to Parts and Service. It looks like one of our guests left a personal item on our star attraction. Let's return it to the Lost and Found. Carefully grab and remove the child's hat from Freddy's mouth.
блядь, быть я, нахуй.
Freddy's got a pretty good job. Now place the hat in the Lost. While we're at it, let's make sure there isn't anything else stuck inside. To access Freddy's chest cavity, grab Freddy's bow tie and pull it outwards. Well done. Freddy's chest cavity is now open. Remove the child's watch and place it in the lost and found bin. Be careful not to touch any of Freddy's sensitive wiring.
Иди нахуй сюда.
Good job. It appears there is a child's shoe wedged behind Freddy's music box. The music box must be removed before you can access the child's shoe. Gently grasp the music box and extract it from Freddy's chest cavity before the safety latch descends.
Опять эта херня. Уйди отсюда. Отсюда, блядь.
Carefully place the music box on the work table to your left. Great job. To reset the safety latch, press the button located on Freddy's endoskeleton. Now, remove the child's shoe and place it in the lost and found bin. Well done. Return the music box to Freddy's chest cavity and we'll call it a day.
А именно вот эту шкатулку? Или вот эту шкатулку? Давай новую. Нет, значит надо старую.
Oh no! You seem to have mishandled Freddy's music box. This is not good. A replacement may be found on the work table. A slow and even pace is recommended. A slow and even pace is recommended. Crisis averted. To close Freddy's chest cavity, press the large
Я
black
сейчас
button on the center
обосрался.
of Freddy's face.
Какую черную кнопку?
That concludes your time in Parts and Service. Your pay will be docked accordingly.
Фу, блин. Ай, бля. На. Иди отсюда. Можно пропустить, в принципе.
Welcome back to Parts and
Ух ты,
Service.
господи.
Foxy has been out of commission for quite some time. This series of simple repairs should return him to full working condition. First, carefully pick up and place Foxy's head on his endoskeleton.
Справа аккумулятор. Вот эти в этот скелет надо просто поместить, что ли? Шестеренка? Я пропустил, что надо было. Вот оно чё. Вот оно чё. Не понял. Кассету хотя бы забрать. Тихо. О, блин. Поднимите го.
Oh no, it looks like Foxy's proprietary servo motors are malfunctioning. It is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times. You will need to place new control fuses in the exposed receptacles to continue. Retrieve the fuse from drawer number 1 that matches Foxy's leg receptacle. To avoid bodily harm, wait for Foxy's legs to stop moving before inserting the control fuse.
В каком смысле? В каком смысле? В каком смысле, блин? Как он, блин?
Welcome back to Parts Service. Foxy has been out of commission for... Oh no. Foxy's proprietary servo motors are malfunctioning. It is recommended that you keep an eye on Foxy at all times. You will need to place new control fuses in the exposed receptacles to continue. Retrieve the fuse from drawer number 1 that matches Foxy's leg receptacle. To avoid bodily harm, wait for Foxy's legs to stop moving before inserting the control fuse.
Так они не двигались. Пошел нахер. Просто пошел нахер.
Foxy has been... Oh no. Wait for... Good job. Well done.
Красный.
Good job. Well done.
О, мудак ты, Фокси, блин. Опа. Ну-ка. Чекаем. Что ж ты такое?
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Oh no, it looks like Bonnie's guitar is out of tune and must be recalibrated. First, we must access his harmonization module located inside his secondary throat pipe. To access the throat pipe, both eyes must first be
Что
removed.
за
You must be
наркомания?
as precise as possible when removing the eyes from their respective sockets. First, firmly grip Bonnie's left eye and carefully remove it from its socket.
Здесь все то же самое.
Great job. Deposit. Well done. Now, firmly grip Bonnie's right eye. Deposit the right eye in the clear. Good job. To open Bonnie's faceplate, carefully press the two. Well done. You now have access to Bonnie. Something is not right. One of those notes is out of tune. You may push the button again to replay the audio check. Press the blinking button again to verify your work. Great job. Bonnie is in tune and ready for his solo. Let's close him up. Simply replace both eyes in the same order that you removed them, then close up the faceplate, and we'll call it a day. Let's close him up. Simply replace both eyes in the same order that you removed them, then well done. That concludes your parts and services task. See you next time.
Нихера себе.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. There have been customer complaints about Chica's acrid smell. Sounds around the kitchen again. Remove all food particles from
на-
exterior and place it in the refuse
Ебать.
right.
А, чё так темно? Что-то когда в Бонне сидели, было повеселее.
Good job. Make sure Chica is not hiding any other treats inside her beak. To open her beak, carefully press the...
Заколебало это потери местоположения. А что делать надо было?
Oh no, it looks like Chica has picked up some unwanted
Madame.
friends. To clear the
Подальше.
infestation, apply the Fazbear Entertainment Rest Chemi Spray to Chica's exterior. Avoid inhaling the Chemi Spray. Exposure to cleaning, disinfecting, and maintenance chemicals may result in respiratory problems, skin, or eye irritation. Good job. Now reattach Chica's upper arm, hand, and cupcake plate.
А, я поставил. Ни хрена не видно.
Oh no, it looks like the Chemi Spray is no longer effective. To combat the infestation, pick them off by hand. If not, return the cupcake to Chica's plate. Great job. Chica is ready to serve pizza and hugs to the kids again. Take a complimentary slice of pizza for a job well done. Go on, take it. Delicious. See you next time.
Что написано? Уже 47%? Свистец, блядь. О, а что делать надо? Я забыл. А, кепку забрать.
Freddy's got a pretty good hold of it. Give it a good job. Now place the hat in the lost. While we're at it, let's make sure there isn't any. Well done. Freddy's chest cavity is now open. Remove the child's watch and place it in the lost and found. Good job. It appears there is a child's shoe wedged behind Freddy's music box. The music box must be removed before you can access the child's shoe. Gently grab, carefully place the music box on the work. Great job. To reset the safety latch, press the button located on. Now, remove the child's shoe and place it in the lost and found bin. Well done. Return the music box to Freddy's chest cavity and we'll call it a day. Oh no, you seem to have mishandled Freddy's music box. This is not good. A replacement may be found on the work table. A slow and even pace is crisis averted. To close.
Ой, ну-ка, блядь. Уху-ху-ху-ху-ху.
Hello, and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old locations, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? And even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them.
Ты чё гонишь?
And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots think you as an endoskeleton without its costume on, and wanting to stuff you into a suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time, and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have a light, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up, piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Да ну нахер, блин.